Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today is a special video as we will be ranking and reviewing IVE's discography. We will be reviewing 11, Love Dive, After Like, I Am, and Wave. I hope you enjoy the video and let's get started with the top release by IVE. First up we have the best release by IVE, I Am. Now I'll be honest, I didn't really expect IVE to be able to make a release better than 11 until this year. Unlike 11, I Am had more sounds and more beats than 11 had. The song simply felt more full and complete. As said in my last video, I Am does really sound like a reflection of the last year they've had. IVE has had amazing and shocking success, charting up in places where Blackpink or BTS are. Unlike other IVE songs, the last minute or so of the song really feels like a party and thrills the listener while they listen to the track. It's something that K-pop as a whole have strayed away from for reason I don't really get. It's like the song followed the famous Teddy formula, but made it 10 times better. Honestly, I always knew IVE had potential since the start, but the fact that all their releases have just been bop after bop really shocks me. Even Kitsch grew on me and I really hated Kitsch at first because of how unique and different it sounded. The B-sides aren't any different. Kitsch and Blue Blood both give a more toned down and straightforward sound, while songs like Hypnosis or Lips give off more of an up and down sound, being loud one second, quiet the next. Overall, best release by IVE in my opinion. In my opinion, Wave is one of the best releases by IVE ever. IVE's music has reminded me the importance of a good A&R team is. The fact that this group can literally release music and every time the music is practically flawless can't be overlooked. The issue with the song though is that it can become extremely repetitive, reacting the chorus many times without many changes in each chorus. The chants are also repeated several times in almost the exact same areas or in the exact same tone as before. At first I was doubtful with how the song may sound and its structure, but then it released and I fell in love. Even though the chorus may be repetitive, but it's been stuck in my head for a long while now. Something IVE doesn't do that most K-pop groups do when making pop-type music is that they don't make the music boring. Lots of pop music will just follow one sound or one tempo, but IVE does manage to make pop music, and yet in every release, it's a different sound. Wave just further makes me think that IVE is starting to become more mature, and not in a bad way. Unlike how in 2022 they had more cute or royal concepts, Wave and I Am have a rather proud and more mature sound and concept, which I'm not really bothered by. Overall it was an excellent release and I hope they release more songs like this. Next up on the list we have 11. As mentioned in my statements about I Am, 11 seems to include less of a thrill and less sounds than I Am or Wave did. The song felt like a test to kind of lean into the rising concept and idea they have for IVE as a group. The debut still remains one of my favorite debut tracks in the fourth generation of K-pop. The song follows this catchy tone which makes the song an easy listen. Although the song doesn't have much stuff added to it, the song still manages to use the tempos and special beats given to it in a creative and interesting way. Something I heard most people don't see a lot in K-pop is the slow beat drop in the pre-chorus. This part made the transition from the verse to the chorus so smooth that it's almost seamless. The song is enjoyable and fresh on its own, which makes the song so satisfying. Something I loved about the song was how they knew which spots to change the beat or make the tempo lower or higher. Like the tempo was almost the same between the verse and chorus but was completely different in the pre-chorus. This allowed the change between tempos in the verse and chorus to sound seamless and sound almost the exact same. The vocals in this song are insane too and showcase the girls' abilities. Overall, it's still the best debut of the fourth generation for me. Second to last we have Love Dive. To be honest with you, the song wasn't bad, just wasn't up to the same level and standards the other three above it were. The song really embraced that love or royal concept that I hadn't seen in K-pop before until this song was released. I said this in my April 2022 review video last year that unlike 11, the whole first verse of the song felt like a hook or build up to the chorus. Unlike 11 where we had a similar tempo with the verse and chorus and then a very low and slow beat drop at the pre-chorus, Love Dive had a similar tempo between the verse and the pre-chorus, then a higher tempo and beat change at the chorus. The song included a lot of ad-libs at the choruses and dance break parts. Talking about the dance break, that still remains one of the most iconic dance breaks of 2022, and I randomly find myself doing that like leg thingy in my room because it's so fun to do and is satisfying. The song doesn't have as much energy as After Like or I Am, but still manages to be a respectable release in the genre of K-pop. Overall, wasn't a bad release, I just liked the others more. Now for our last release on this list, we have After Like. Now I know a lot of you will be mad at me for ranking it last because I've been saying I loved I Am because it sounded so much fuller than Love Dive or 11, but I promise you I have a reason for this. To me, when I think of IVE and their music, After Like is the last release I think of. Now it can be argued that I just didn't give the song a chance or I just don't like retro type of songs. But may I remind you I'm the same person who said the thing I loved about the new Six's Kick It For Now was the fact that it sounded retro in late 90s and early 2000s. It's nothing about me hating the song, I just think the song lacked as much excitement everyone had for Love Dive or I Am. What I mean is that they had smaller artists making comebacks in the months they released Love Dive, but in After Like era, Twice and Blackpink made a comeback making the attention go more towards them. Other than that, the comeback was amazing, it had an amazing theme and sounded amazing too. I don't have many complaints to be honest. Overall, this just proves IVE has an amazing discography. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video and make sure to tell me your ranking of the 5 releases down below. Have a wonderful day. Ivimolzz signing off.